A grim scene in far northwest Bexar County where sheriff's deputies found 3 people dead and few clues as to what went wrong in the gated community.
It happened near I-10 and Bernie Stage Road near Leon Springs. Eyewitness News reporter Sue Kalberg has more from Anaqua Springs Ranch.
But it just goes to show that crime really knows no boundaries, geographic, socioeconomic, or otherwise. It can happen anywhere.
In the isolated hills where even the vacant lots are valued at more than $100,000, crime made it past the guarded gateway. Sheriff Javier Salazar said a man who lives in this 4,500 square foot home returned to the house this morning and found a devastating scene.
He came home this morning to find the other 3 residents deceased.
The sheriff says all 3 had gunshot wounds. 2 girls appear to be homicide victims, and a woman in her 30s.
It's just too early to tell on the 3rd person if that is a murder or a suicide. We'll let the medical examiner take a look at it.
Salazar said even though the homes are on acreage-sized lots and it's possible that nobody heard the gunfire, he's looking for help.
Somebody may have heard or seen something that maybe at the time didn't seem like anything of consequence, but now in the great scheme of things may seem like it could be a puzzle piece.
Salazar said crime scene investigators are being especially meticulous given the magnitude of the loss of life. The sheriff said if anyone in the area had surveillance video that might be helpful to the investigation, he wishes they would contact his office. Sue Kalberg, KENS 5, Eyewitness News.